We have the next speaker who is a thought leader and a global practitioner already working on GenAI. Can I please request Mr. Amit Kumar Srivastava to come on stage and talk about GenAI in practice, real world use cases and implementations?
Okay. Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me here. First of all, we live in a world where technology does not just act as an enabler, but it's a driver of change as well. And this is very much relevant with the generative AI, probably in the context of generative AI, and then that with the advent of ChatGPT, it has really democratized the artificial intelligence and also more specifically the generative AI reaching to the masses across the globe. In last 1 year, I have attended a lot of conferences across the world, and what I found that people are actually talking about what generative AI can do. And since then, I have seen that generative AI has really transformed or shown the potential to transform the society. So today, I am going to basically discuss 3 real world use cases, and one is related to retail, drug discovery, and something called hallucination, because when we talk about generative AI, we cannot skip the part of hallucination. Let's assume that you are entering a retail shop or probably a supermarket, and then Fujitsu human sensing technology and Fujitsu behavior analysis technology starts working in background. And that actually captures your behavior when you interact with any product or items. Like any of your behavior, the object that you are interacting with, the gestures that you are making in front of a product. And that information is actually captured and analyzed at the real time, and that information is sent to Fujitsu generative AI technology. The Fujitsu generative AI technology then basically picks those information and creates a digital avatar with personalized content. And once the content is created, it will be basically displayed in a nearby signage. And then the avatar will start explaining you about the product. It will also provide you recommendations, the deals and offers related to that. Just to let you know, this technology has already been implemented in Japan in one of the supermarket, and it's running in the trial phase for now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play 2 videos now. One is for confident customer and the other is for the confused customer. So my request is just to monitor the captions because the conversation is in Japanese.
赤ワインにはお肉をおすすめします。ハンバーグと赤ワインは定番の組み合わせですね。赤ワインで煮込むのもおすすめです。
ご利用ありがとうございました。
So what you have observed that the Fujitsu sensing and Fujitsu behavior analytics solution understood that the customer is confident, and based upon that the content was created like auto prompting. And then the avatar started explaining, like if you are purchasing beer, you also might to purchase meat, that is a food item. So it's something called association rule and recommendation as well. You may also have observed that if the person is picking beer, the avatar was in bartender getup, and when the customer was picking food item, the avatar was in the chef getup. Let me play the next video for the confused customer.
いらっしゃいませ。どうぞお手に取ってご覧ください。
ボルドー産の少し辛口の赤ワインです。こちらのハンバーグにはフランス産のハーブを使用しておりますので、そちらの赤ワインとぴったりです。
ご利用ありがとうございました。
So in this video, you may have observed that person was confused because the technology, identified that, and then the avatar started explaining about the product in more detail. This is what this technology is doing. So this is just 2 examples. These videos are just for the illustration perspective because, the actual solution is deployed at customer side, and for the obvious reason, we do not have video from that place. What is interesting about this solution is that we are not preserving any customer specific data. We are processing all the data. We are preserving the privacy of customer. This solution or this technology is basically to help address the labor shortage problem apart from the personalization and customization, and also to profit business as well. Now let me move to a different kind of field like drug discovery. Because a lot of has been spoken around drug discovery, let me explain the drug discovery part as well. We have heard a lot about drug discovery throughout the year, like how generative AI can, play a role in drug discovery. Let me provide something very practical that we already have implemented, like this solution is even available for consumption. Before I get into the solution, let me provide some background. Viruses and bacteria are enveloped by proteins, and these proteins basically changes their shapes and sizes, and we call them conformations. And these conformations are actually important for viruses to survive as well as to infect the host. So to do a drug discovery, you need to understand or you need to bind an external molecule to these proteins. And to do that, it is crucial to understand protein conformations. So Fujitsu has developed world's first generative AI technology or world first AI technology that predicts the conformational changes in protein. What we have done two things. First, we have created 3D protein structure from 2D protein structure images that is taken from cryogen electron microscope. This is the first part. The second work that we have done is to predict the protein conformations automatically, and this was really difficult for any traditional method or probably any state-of-the-art method in past. So this technology can reduce almost 10 times this process of drug discovery. And we have worked with RIKEN to create this solution. Interestingly, we have used Fujitsu supercomputer Fugaku. That is also the fastest supercomputer in the world to create this solution. This solution is also, this technology is also accepted at International Conference on Medical Imaging Computing as well. And the images that you are seeing on the left side, like those two images are the protein conformations created from 2D images. That is also our work. The below one, the video that you are seeing in loop is something, the conformations that happens throughout, over a period of time, and that is also generated or predicted by our technology. Now let me move to the next slide, because when we talk about generative AI, we usually talk about hallucination as well throughout the year. Probably this is one of the most heard word, hallucination, along with the ChatGPT. So let me talk something on hallucination part as well. Okay, so there are two things that we have created. One, detecting hallucination, and the second, to detect any adversarial attacks as a conversational AI output. For example, I will start with the first one. Hallucination detection, we have created or developed a technology that is 22% accurate or 22% better than any state-of-the-art technology that is available right now. So I will provide one example like Self-Check GPT. This is one technology developed at University of Cambridge, and the solution that you are seeing is almost 22% accurate compared to that. The second, and then just to let you know, this solution is something can be integrated with any of the chat conversational AI product like ChatGPT, because this is available in API, and you can integrate the API with your conversational bot. Also, we are providing hallucination score and other details as well. That's going to help you to take informed decision like human in loop, right? The solution is basically created at Fujitsu small lab at Ben-Gurion University, and apart from this solution, we have also created the second one. This is more around the adversarial networks, adversarial attacks. So, sometimes when your data is poisoned itself, you may get similar sort of results. And this is more specific to the adversarial and the phishing attacks. So we have created Fujitsu technology that actually detects the phishing attack from the conversational AI output. And this is right now available only in Japan for consumption. For the global consumption, we are still working on it. Probably next year, we are going to have this open for the global consumption. Apart from this also, this is also capable of detecting other kind of attacks through conversational AI. I think this is really going to help the hallucination discussion that we are doing across the world for sure. This is available on Fujitsu AI Kojuchi platform. That is Fujitsu AI platform, and you know, anybody can access it, creating their account on Fujitsu Research Portal. Now, before I close, I just want to make some point. We live in a world, where technology is just a driver, or basically working as a driver. But what we really need to understand is that we need to educate our generations, because generative AI is something very new, and if something is very new, then there is a lot of chaos around that. So the education is something we as a leader, or we as a society need to provide to our societies. At the same time, we should be using this innovation, and we should not be taking step back just to think that, okay, this may do something bad to the society. That's a separate part, but innovation basically continues. So my idea or my suggestion is that please continue with the innovation, but at the same time be vigilant about new happenings. Thank you. This is Amit from Fujitsu, and you were a great audience. Thank you.
Any questions? No. All right. Thanks for holding the fort till I came back in. Right. Any questions for him? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We need to felicitate him, right?